Hey YouTube, GR here. Thought I would come at you today with a little bit of a cooking video. This isn't the healthiest cooking video, but it's actually more of a baking. We're going to say it's a baking video. One of my friends told me about this, and I thought it sounded pretty damn cool, so I thought I would share it with you people. So, the recipe is pretty simple. You don't need that much. This is my first time doing it, so it might turn out like total crap. But I'm going to go through the items of pretty much of what you need. Starting off with, I'm using a 13x9 baking pan. Some people say you use an 8x8 or 9x9, but I think this is going to work a little better. We need some parchment paper to put in the bottom of the pan so these don't stick. You're going to need a bowl with some measuring utensils. You're going to need a stick of butter, some eggs. You're going to need double stuff Oreos, so this is already looking pretty good, huh? Some vegetable oil, some brownie mix, or you could do it from scratch, but this is much easier. We're lazier, and this is pretty cheap. So I got some Betty Crocker Original Supreme brownie mix, some Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix, and then just some cooking spray to keep things, lubed. So, what this recipe is called, literally, not being a pig, this is called Slutty Brownies. Yes, slutty. If you look them up online, that's what they're called. Google Slutty Brownies. If you're bringing these to like a church bake sale or to give them to the kid to go to school with, you might want to call them like, promiscuous brownies or just brownies. Anything but slutty brownies. So basically what we're doing here is, if you want to get started, I guess the first thing to do would be, you want to preheat the oven to 350. And then you want to start to line the baking pan with parchment paper. So what I'm going to do is just give this a quick wipe out. And we're going to go ahead and, just to be on the safe side, give this a little spray on the bottom, and I'm going to spray it again once we put the parchment paper in. And then you want to, I'm trying to get the angle. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way, guys. Don't have limited viewing angle here. Sorry. So that's a little better there. And then we want to, basically parchment the whole bottom. If it overhangs, that's no problem. Basically kind of form fit it into the pan. I think it's going to look like ass. Alright, so that's okay. It doesn't matter that it hangs over the edges, you just want it to basically not stick. Then I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot at the bottom. Like I said, I just don't want this to stick. At that point, you can set the pan aside, as you can see how it is, and then wipe off any excess overspray. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to make the chocolate chip cookie stuff. So, like I said, this is Betty Crocker chocolate chip cookie mix. Basically, you're following the directions on the package. Though, when it comes to adding butter or egg, or it says, basically it's asking me to add 2 teaspoons of water, a stick of butter or margarine, and then 1 egg. You want this to be a little thinner, so you might want to do 4 teaspoons of water or add a dash of oil. You just want it a little bit thinner so it could go into the bottom of the pan better. So let's go ahead and throw that into our mixing bowl. Now at this point, I forgot to take the stick of butter out of the refrigerator earlier, so it's still hard. So I'm just going to throw it in a measuring cup and put it in the microwave to get it soft. So you know this is healthy when it's calling for the complete stick of butter. This is, you know, not exactly diet friendly. Just gonna rinse the hands off. Sorry for the noise. All right, then we're gonna toss that in the microwave, just enough to get it workable. Maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds. Alright. Now it's asking me for an egg. Garbage this. So I'm sorry, you know, I haven't really been posting that much. I've been a little busy. I've got some changes coming along in life, and you know, not the change is good, I guess. So that'd be the microwave, and that melted down nicely. As you can see, it is like a blob now. Go ahead and throw that in there. All right, then it's asking us for 2 teaspoons of water. So what I'm going to do, instead of using teaspoons, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of water to thin it out a little bit, and then we'll see how the texture is from there. There's 1. There's 2. All right. Now, just going to go ahead and mix this bad boy up. See how it, you know, see how it's starting to work out. I wish I kind of had a mixer, but I don't. Actually, I probably do somewhere, but, you know, at this point, I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. It already feels really like goopy. I'm thinking it's going to have to be a lot thinner than this. This is kind of like, you know, concrete, like I can set. Yeah, definitely going to have to be a little thinner for sure. I mean, we got to push this into the bottom of the pan, and this is pretty, you know, traditional cookie dough mix here where we want it a little thinner. I'm going to go ahead and add a dash of oil. Try to thin it up a little bit, maybe like a teaspoon or 2. Alright guys, starting to look a little better. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. Still think maybe just like another, I'm just going to give it a little, like maybe another tablespoon of water or 2. I'm just going to do one more tablespoon. So I have 3 tablespoons of water, a dash of oil, and, whoops, just kind of jizzed everywhere, sorry. And that's much thinner. Yeah, it's a little better. All right. So that's nice and mixed up. What you want to do is you want to take the bottom of the you want to take the goop and put it in the bottom of the pan. You want it to be nice and even as best as you can. So we're just going to go ahead and yeah, there we go. Scrape the bowl. Yeah, remember when you were a kid, you know, your mother was baking cookies. This is, you know, this is what she gave you. You know, she's like, here, have some salmonella. But I love it. All right. So now, what we're doing is just go ahead and as best as you can spread this mixture out, which is a pain in the ass. especially since I have, you know, this parchment paper everywhere. Yeah, it's definitely a pain in the ass, but, you know, we'll make it work. Try to get it into the corners first to give it some weight there. Try to make it as, you know, even as possible across the whole surface. We'll try to press it all the way to the edge, obviously. Got some gaps there. Alright guys, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I think it's going to be thin in some spots, but, you know, as this cooks, I don't think it's going to really matter. So, I'm just going to take a fork here and get this crap off of there. Alright, I'm going to rinse the bowl out, because this is my mixing bowl. It's really the biggest bowl I have. And then what we're doing now is we're going to put the double stuffed Oreos. You're going to line them over the complete pan. You don't want to use any cracked ones or anything like that. You want it to be glorious. So here we go. Open the double stuff. Try not to eat the whole sleeve before you, before you finish your task. Sorry about the water noise there. Oh, that one's broken. Oh, damn, I'm going to have to eat that one. And then what we're doing is just this. Actually, maybe I should go 4 wide. Possibly. Will I have enough Oreos though? I think so. But you get the idea of what's going on here. Yeah, I should have, yeah, this will definitely have enough. I'm going to have to use the cracked ones to make sure that we do have enough though. You can hear the oven is now preheated. Alright guys, this is looking pretty good. So you can see, you know, that's what we got left, about left with the Oreos, and this is how it looks. So this is what you want to do. You just want to line the bottom with the Oreos. At this point now, we're going to set the pan aside again. Going to set the Oreos we don't need anymore. And then we're going to make up the batter for the brownies. So let me get the bowl clean and I'll be right with you. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to clean the bowl out. And now we're ready to mix up the brownie mix. So what we're doing on this is basically just following the directions on the back of the brownie mix here. We have the Betty Crocker Original Supreme Brownies. I don't think it matters what kind you use, but you know, this is what I'm going to be using. So we need a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 egg. Let me go ahead and dump this out of here. It's always cool, you know, you got to do the knife thing. Opening the package today with an Ontario rat. You know, I love this knife. Big knife, but I love it. Gonna dump that in there. Alright. Now it's saying we need a 1/4 cup of water. So excuse the noise for a second, guys. I'm gonna get a 1/4 cup of water here. Okay, that's a 1/4 cup there. And then we need a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, so same deal. Thanks for being patient with me, guys. Like I said, this is my first cooking video. So now we have the quarter cup of vegetable oil. This looks all nasty because this is what I melted the butter in, but that's not going to hurt anything. Alright, and there we go on that. Alright. And it also calls for 1 egg. Make sure you get the shells in there, because people like the shell, you know, it's the best part. Now, I'm assuming we're going to need a little whisk. If you don't have a whisk, just use a fork. But I do have a whisk, amazingly. Surprised it's not in horrible shape, but it's not too bad. So then we're just going to kind of slowly work this in a little bit, so we don't get powder everywhere. Should probably use the spatula at first, but this seems to be okay. There we go. So, just giving it a good old whisk. Get all the powder incorporated. Obviously, you know, I'm sure you guys have made something like this before. Just want to kind of get all the lumps out. Feels a little on the thick side, so I'm just going to add a dash of oil. Alright. Alright guys, that's it. That looks pretty damn good. Sorry about the noise, just beating off. Sorry, beating the batter off there. Now, what we're doing is, I'm going to move this aside. You're going to bring your concoction over, and then we need to, man, I hope this is enough. You need to cover this. Why do I feel like this is not going to be enough? Just kind of very carefully get the coverage onto the brownies here. I mean onto the Oreos. You want to cover them completely. But I'm wondering if I'm running out of, maybe I should add a little more water, or even, no, I think we're going to be alright. I still have some I can scrape from the bowl. So now we're going to cover, and I am using a larger pan than normal too, so that's probably definitely affecting things. But, you know, I didn't, just like I said, this is the first time, so we're going to see how it all works out. Just go ahead and bring the batter to the corners. I'm going to go ahead and add just a dash. Get that covered there. Just looking for like some uniform coverage, basically. Thinking I might have, you know, should have went with the smaller pan at this point, but well, I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. Like I said, I think the brownie's gonna be a little thin on top, but it actually said on the back of the box for thinner brownies use this size pan. But you know, now in hindsight, maybe I should have used something a little smaller, but we're gonna, you know, I still got some to scrape out of the bowl here, so see how that comes out. So a little water, a little more watery than previous. Get that over to the corners. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to give it a whirl, see what happens. Worst case scenario is we have a little bit thinner of a brownie on top, but it's still going to have some goodness to it. It's all trial and error, but it's looking pretty decent. It's not horrible at all, actually. Just scraping the remnants from the bowl to get every last drop in there, because it's definitely needed at this point. Alright guys, and that looks about it. Move all this to the side. Oh, what the hell is this? Wow, I didn't notice this package of Hershey syrup that came with the brownies. That's gay. That's supposed to get mixed in there. Oh well, let's improvise. Go ahead and cut the corner, and we'll give it a little. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Who's a fucking chef now? Then we'll go. Look at that! I could work for Cake Boss and shit. All right, look at that. That's nice. Okay, now that's it. That's the finished product. In the oven, well, not the finished product. In the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. You want to poke it in the middle, and see if the knife comes out clean, like around that time, to see if it is done. But I'm going to keep a good eye on it because I don't know what's going to happen. So I will get back to you guys in a little bit, and we'll see how it turns out. In the oven, it's going. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes on the Slutty Brownies. I'm going to go ahead and open up the oven and give you a peek and let you know what they look like. Oh wow, they look great. They look really good. Definitely not done yet, and I think that it should have been maybe a little bit more. I don't know, we'll find out. So we're going to give it a little more time, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Alright guys, we're at about 30 minutes now. We're going to go ahead and give it a knife test. And as you can see on the knife, it's still come out wet, so we're going to go ahead and put it back in for 5 minutes, and then I'll get back with you in a couple minutes. It's looking good though, smelling good. Alright guys, it's been about 35 minutes. A knife in the center reveals to me that it is, you know, pretty done. Pretty clean knife coming out. Basically now what we need to do, as you can see, it looks pretty good. I'm going to let it cool a while, and then I'm going to try to pull it out of the pan, and we're going to cut it up, and I'll show you the progress. As I said, right now it looks pretty good. I was a little nervous about the amount of brownie on top, and I think I probably still should have been a little more, but let's go ahead and you know, we're going to go ahead and let it cool for a couple minutes. I'll be back with you guys, and we'll make a follow-up and see how it, I'll follow up with you guys in a few minutes and see how it comes out. Alright? Alright guys, I'm back. The Slutty Brownies are cool, or cool-ish. They, been sitting for about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and try to pull them out of the pan using, just the wax paper. Or the parchment paper rather. So what we want to do is you want to kind of grab like this. You can see they come out as a whole. And then we're going to move them over to a cutting board. Like, yeah. As you can see. and they came out pretty nice. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull the parchment paper away. Get a little better camera angle here. Sorry about that. So we're gonna. Ooh, wow, they're like falling apart. Well, I don't want to say falling apart, but it's a little worn still. I need like a one of these bad boys. Okay. So kind of gonna slide around the edge. Oh wow, yeah. And then I'm gonna try to slide off. See where I'm going with this, guys. Alright. Look at that. No stuck friggin' brownies to your pan. Look at that. Alright, now, I mean, those look pretty good. They're definitely moist because it's like falling apart. Well, I mean, on this end, you see it's a little wiggly. So now, let me go ahead and get a knife and see if we could cut open, try to get a idea, sorry, of what these are going to look like on the inside, is what I want to do for you guys. Alright, I think that might do it. And as you can see, oh no, yeah, that's alright, we're still good. Let me give you a little more light here. I don't know if you could see that, but that's what you end up with. You end up with brownie, Oreo, and then cookie. So it came out pretty damn good. Let me go ahead and take out the tripod for a second and give you some close-ups. So there you guys are. Some slutty brownies. Very cheap to make. Like I said, it just cost me about, I don't know, somewhere around $10 or something like that for a big tray of brownies. Not even. It was like $2 for each box, and like I had, you know, I had to buy eggs and oil. You guys already have that shit most likely. But they came out very nice. Like I said, I think what I would do is have a thicker layer on top of the brownie. So you might want to use a little smaller pan, or either get 2 boxes of brownie mix. And like I said, they came out pretty damn nice. Alright guys, so there is my first cooking video with slutty brownies. Go ahead and make them. Let me know how they come out. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Alright? GR out.